Hello, in this session we're going to see some useful expressions when we're writing an informal letter. To begin the letter or give reasons, we can use a number of expressions such as I am writing to inquire whether, okay, this is an introduction to tell the person why we are addressing a letter to them. I am emailing you because I would like to. I'm writing just to let you know that. Thank you very much for your letter of, and then we'd give the date. If we're writing a reply to a letter that we've received previously from a person or a company. And also we can say in reply to your query, to your question, okay, query and question here are synonyms. In reply to your question about something, okay, so we're going to provide a reply. If we want to apologize, for example, we can use a number of expressions such as the ones that we have here. I'm sorry about blah, 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 but we can say I'm really sorry if we want to emphasize, or I'm terribly sorry. Okay, these are ways of emphasizing our apology when we want to apologize about something. Sorry I couldn't manage to, sorry I wasn't able to, okay, something that we haven't done and we want to apologize for that. I'm afraid that, okay, a very subtle way of saying that we're sorry. And also we can say I regret having to tell you, or okay, so bear these expressions in mind. Also, if we want to offer or request help, for example, we can use these expressions. Could you please do this, for example? Can I help you? Can I do anything to help you? Would you mind if, I was wondering if you could, if you've got a spare moment, do you think you could? Okay, now, if you look at these expressions, they're very similar to the expressions that we would normally use when we speak. Why is this? Because it's an informal situation, okay? We can also use a number of expressions when we want to recommend or suggest something. For example, I recommend you to do this. You should, you ought to do this. Okay? I recommend you to. Why don't you? Also a very subtle way of requesting somebody to do something. You suggest. Why don't we do this? Or using the structure, how about, plus a verb ending in ing. How about going to the cinema today? For example, I was wondering if you might like to blah, blah, blah. Okay, let's continue. Now, we may want to give good news or bad news. Okay, so for example, if we want to give good news, we'd say, I'm so happy to announce, to tell you, to whatever, or I'm so sad because, okay, if we're not happy with the news that we have to provide. The good news is that something good, or the bad news is that, okay, we're going to say something that isn't very good. Fortunately, okay, happily, fortunately, or unfortunately, something that we regret. Fortunately, something that we're happy about. We may also wish to say when and where, or give further details, and we can use a number of expressions for this. There is, there are, it's at, it starts at, you can get there by. So there is, there are, there's going to be an event, there are things that are going to occur. When it starts, we can say it's it starts at and the time, it's at and the time, or you can get there by whatever time, okay? That's also a way of introducing the time that somebody should be at a particular place. If we want to thank somebody, there are also levels of formality when we thank somebody in an informal email or a letter. We can say thanks very much for. Thanks is more informal than thank you very much for or thank you so much for. If you're grateful for something, then you can say I'm really grateful for. If they've sent you something that you've requested, then you can reply saying I'm really grateful for blah blah blah. I was really excited when I got your invitation, okay? Something that you're grateful for and that excites you because it's something good. The closings also vary depending on the level of formality. If it's a formal situation, as you can see here on the left-hand side, we can say yours faithfully, okay? And after that, the comma, and then we'd sign off with our names. Yours sincerely, kind regards, or simply regards, okay? These are expressions to close a letter that we'd use in a formal situation. In a more informal situation, we can use expressions like, as I say, there's a larger variety. We can use expressions like see you soon, or bye for now, all the best, best wishes, and then we sign off with our names, okay? So that's all for now. Bye-bye.